What's happening, everybody? We are at the second to last model breakdown of the year, and I've added a couple of new features tonight, so I'm excited to share them with you here as we march forward on the season. Now, only 70 golfers, so I thought it was a good time to debut some of the changes that I made and just a couple of additions and subtractions. And one of the things, though, I've been meaning to do for quite a while and just hadn't set up the formula and finally did. So let's, without further ado, go ahead and take a look at my model. Let's close this out. I don't know. I always end up canceling my computer out when something's going on. Excuse me. Anyways, so as we go across, as we know, if this is your first time coming to a model breakdown, I'll just go quickly left to right. Of course, we get the official World Golf Ranking, the model rank, the make your own model rank. That's what MYOM stands for. The difference between the two in terms of ranking. And of course, if you want to go, as I do at the start of this video, if you want to make your own model, that's what it stands for. You come to the MYOM tab and change all of these red highlighted numbers to the specific weighting you would like your rating to have. So if it's in odds, you want odds to be 30% of the value, then that's exactly what you're going to get, and it'll project here in column 13. So that's going across. You got your odds, your DK salary, your FanDuel salary, some ownership projected. Mine are normally not as good as the main ones from the Osmo.com site. Those are normally very, very good, but a good starting point is I try and get them out as early as I get my model out. So then we get the base rating, the make your own rating, and then this week I've added in a leveraged ownership adjusted rank. So that's going to take into account what the projected ownership is and basically take away some of the rating or projected points just to show a leverage spot. So wanted to show that there. I thought it was a really cool tool that I've tried to use, and it looks like Shane Lowry jumps all the way to first. So we're going to have to take a look at him a little bit deeper this week. But certainly a new stat that I liked to bring in. So then when we go across, the tabs at the bottom are going to correlate with what comes up. So strokes gained by the field, other stats, strokes gained actual numbers. And as you can see, I've changed them up a little bit just to come since the US Open. So that is a little bit more confined. And of course, most of the players in this field have played quite a bit of times in that range. So thought it was a good barometer to use. Of course, the recent form, approach, proximity, and no course history this week. Mentioned in the other video that I do, the 3-ball, that Tiger Woods won the last tournament played here back in 2006. So a little bit too far for us to use course history on. Okay, so we've gone over the basics of it now, and of course, each individual tab will correlate to what you may be looking at, and also should give a little bit of a deeper look. So for example, on the recent form, I actually give 11 weeks here instead of 6 in the beginning. So it gives you a little bit broader of a picture. Of course, the last thing we're going to talk about is the strokes gained dashboard, a great tool that I've created over the last couple of weeks to kind of just give you a good snapshot. And if you'd like to, you can see all of the strokes gained all the way back to the waste management, which for some reason, I don't know why, it is just not correcting its spelling, but that's okay. I think you guys kind of got the gist of it. So really cool tool to go and show where players are gaining their strokes, losing their strokes for the season, so on and so forth. Next one I wanted to show you, or last one, I should say, I thought of one other thing, is the ownership model. In case you wanted to see the entire year, I've got it all the way back to the Sony for ownership model per player. Obviously, it's in column A4, so it looks like this is probably Brooks Koepka up on top. Anyways, just wanted to bring that up. Thought it was a useful tool, a couple of tools. So until next time, we've got 30 players next week. I'll do a really quick one. But then we get the fall swing. So if you're not already an Osmo.com Plus member, use the promo code 3ball or British Open. It's a really good time to do it because this is where research really intensifies, and that's where you can gain your edge. Some of the best success I've had in the past, obviously this year I've had an okay year, but in the past has been this fall circuit because it's really getting to know these Web.com Tour graduates and so on and so forth. So go ahead and reach out to me at DFS Golfer 23 on Twitter if you have any more questions. But until next time, everybody, cheers.